Well, hi folks, just to follow up on our servicing of the Woods Brush Hog. As I said, I had to do the second blade. You can see, if you look down in the hole here now, that things have been disassembled. Here is the other blade, and you can see the pin that holds it in place. It's a heavy-duty steel pin. It's got a groove in it there where these plates hold it in place. You can see, as I said, there are multiple plates. There's this one first, this one goes on the top, and then you have this retaining clip with the bolt that fits into the assembly. So that's designed so that it can't possibly come apart or go flying off with the kind of power and RPMs that this thing generates. So if we take a look here at the blade, you can see it's not in bad shape, but it does have a few dings in. Needs to be sharpened so that it's ready to go. So let's take it over here on our grinder and we will get it sharpened up. Sharpening mower blades isn't too difficult. You just have to remember that you're not sharpening a knife or an axe. So you really don't want two edges. You really just want one beveled edge, which would be the top of the blade is your beveled edge. The underside, you don't want it to bevel up, you want it to be flat so that when it cuts, it's not trying to chop like an axe, it's trying to shear it off with your grass, shear off your grass or your brush. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grind the top edge, and then I'll just lightly touch up the back edge with a hand file, and that should solve the problem. So let's get this started here. And I'm taking my time. I can't take too much metal off at a time, of course, with the grinder, so it does take a little while to do. There, if you look at that, you can see we've got a nice edge on there. This blade isn't perfect, of course. It's got some divots in it, but it'll still work well enough that I don't need to replace it yet. Now, as I said, all I'll do next is just slightly touch up the back edge here so that it's a bit flatter, and then that'll be ready to go. That'll cut my grass and weeds for the summer. Eventually these blades should be replaced. You can see there is a couple dings in them. There are a couple dings in them from hitting rocks, but for right now, with the power of the power takeoff and the tractor, they're still whirring fast enough that they cut even fine grass. So I'll keep them for a few more years before I worry about putting something new on. A lot of life left in them. Alright, well, thank you for watching, folks. I'll put this back together and then our brush hog will be ready to go. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel.